Man United are closing in on a deal to sign Sporting Lisbon's Bruno Fernandes in January, according to reports. But after we got stung in the summer, United fans are a little bit cautious about anything to do with Bruno Fernandes. So in this video, I'm going to update you on absolutely everything that's happened in the last 72 hours, from the reports emerging again in Portugal to Ed Woodward and Matt Judge meeting Sporting's director in London, to United's all-important bid, to what the latest situation is with Bruno Fernandes to United. If you are new to United People's TV, make sure you subscribe down below. But let's talk about Fernandes. I want to start this video by recommending you follow Sport Witness on Twitter. They are an excellent website that offer clarity on stories that originate in the foreign press. And I want to credit them with a lot of the research that I've done for this video, because they offer excellent clarity in an otherwise muddy field. But when it comes to Bruno Fernandes, the reports emerged again on Thursday when Portuguese newspaper Record suggested that United has sent scouts to watch Bruno Fernandes in action. And the very next day, they upped their story, saying it wasn't United sending a scout, it was Solskjaer and Phelan themselves that have flown to Portugal to see Bruno Fernandes in action. Then as the day continued on Friday, the likes of Record and Ojogo in Portugal supported those claims that Solskjaer had been in Portugal to see Bruno Fernandes in action, and The Athletic also backed it up as well. And as soon as those reports came out, it started to crank up a little bit. TVI24 suggested that Sporting's president, Frederico Varandas, and their director, Hugo Viana, had actually flown to London to meet Ed Woodward and Matt Judge in United's London offices. And those reports were backed up by all the main outlets in Portugal. Ojogo, Ebola, Record, all saying the same thing, that Sporting's president and director have flown to London to meet United's officials. And this was a major step in the Fernandes to United transfer rumours. And as well as that happening on Friday, Sporting's manager Silas was asked about Bruno Fernandes. And here he suggested that they were already starting to think about alternatives in case Bruno Fernandes did leave Sporting Lisbon this January. Now, all these reports that originated out in Portugal started getting replicated in the British press, and people started to get excited, including Bruno Fernandes. And he tweeted this, and United fans got even more excited. Did he know some sort of insider information? Probably not. I think Rio's just as excited about us signing a creative midfielder as all the fans are. And then just as the excitement was building, Tottenham Hotspur's name was thrown in the mix. And this is exactly what happened in the summer. So it forces United fans to sort of take a step back and say, oh no, the same thing's happening again with Bruno Fernandes, now that Spurs are involved. But then Saturday came around. This is when the fee in the region of 70 million euros is put on Bruno Fernandes' head as the price that United will need to pay for him. And at the same time, it's when the stories of players going in the other direction to Sporting from United were mentioned, and that's when Marcos Rojo's name is thrown into the mix. Now, Marcos Rojo's high wages are considered a bit of a stumbling block for any deal, including Bruno Fernandes. And for United fans, it was expected there was going to be hurdles, but it all got slightly confusing on Saturday evening when Bruno started for Sporting Lisbon. He didn't just start, he scored 2 goals, but it's a bit of a risk from Sporting. If a deal really is imminent, would they put a 70 million euro player on the pitch in risk of injury and ruining that potential transfer? That left United fans scratching their heads. Surely it wasn't that imminent, not if Bruno Fernandes was starting. But fortunately, Bruno didn't get injured. He scored a couple of goals and he showed United fans what we could be getting if we do sign him. Now on Sunday, there wasn't too much in terms of actual updates, more repeating of the same stories that came out on Saturday, that the fee would be in the region of 70 million, that United were in talks, that United officials did meet Sporting's officials, and that Rojo was the player involved. Now, Correio de Mania, they took a step ahead by saying that there had been significant progress and that Bruno would be in Manchester early this week to complete the deal, but maybe they were just jumping the gun. But on Sunday, in terms of progress in the deal, there didn't seem to be too much, not in terms of what the press said. And then we get to Monday. In Portugal, again, they're saying that the €70 million fee is what it's going to be. Record, Ebola and Ojogo all reporting that. Some suggestions it could be 60 million up front, and that Rojo remain the player who will be going in the opposite direction, but his wages could still be that hurdle. And the interesting point that the papers raise here in Portugal is that Sporting want Fernandes to play in the derby against Benfica on Friday. And that if United don't complete a deal quick enough this week, he will play in that. So I suppose that gives us a little bit of a deadline. Friday is when that game happens between Sporting and Benfica. And if United want to secure Bruno Fernandes and make sure he doesn't play in that game, things have to move quick. Now, looking at the UK press, The Athletic with Laurie Whitwell saying a similar thing that they said a couple of days ago. Not much of an update there, saying that United are in talks to sign him. The Guardian, they take a little bit of a step further ahead, saying United are in talks over a 60 million deal and that Sporting are looking at alternatives if he was to leave. So that's pretty much how the story has developed over the last 72 hours. Lots of suggestions that it's going towards being an imminent transfer, but that word imminent was used so many times in the summer and United were left empty-handed. But the fact that Solskjaer has flown to Portugal to see him in action, the fact that Sporting's officials have met United's officials in London, it feels like the deal it's more real this time. And that United are genuinely serious about signing Fernandes. I'll be honest, we shouldn't have fucked around and we should have got him in the summer and we wouldn't be left with this situation and we would have had Bruno for an extra 4 months and we might not be in the situation we are in. But that's United. We dither, we dather. It's just what we do in the transfer market. But United are aggressively moving for Bruno Fernandes. It seems like we're the only club who are in for him right now. Spurs, they're going for Gedson Fernandes, the young player from Benfica. That's their main priority at the moment. And United's priority is Bruno Fernandes. Now, I hope this video helped you understand everything that's happened in the last 72 hours. It has been a bit confusing. But if it has, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to United People's TV. And hopefully I'll be back very soon with a video after United confirm that a deal to sign Bruno Fernandes is in place. And how we need him in our team.